Hello, everybody. I'm just turning my phone off here. Patty, look at the first one in. And Connie and Dave, hello, hello, hello. Happy Monday to you. Good evening. Good evening to you. Can you guys hear me okay? And the chat came up in the right place today. So who knows what's been going on the last 2 or 3 weeks. I don't know. But it's all good. Oh, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Oh, so how's everybody today? Did you have a good weekend? Julie, hello. Thanks for being here. Thank you, all of you guys. It's a mod live today. Oh, you know what? I could do like a private live sometime just with moderators. That'd be kind of fun. Just like the Situation Room or something like that, just like brainstorming. It's like this and that. That would be kind of fun, actually. Just a moderator live. So, yes, miracles do happen. Yes, Patty, absolutely. And so, but you guys, it's Mod Monday. There you go, Smurf Live. It'll be the blue hour, right? Oh, goodness sakes. Yes, that would be really fun, actually. If we did it, I don't know. I'll have to think about that. It's like when to do it, all that type of thing. So I know a couple of you at least have been able to see the video that I just put up like 2 hours ago, maybe an hour and a half ago or something. The Blue Crew. There we go. That's good. Did my second garden tour, and I actually shot it, when did I film it? July 22nd, I think it was. So it's actually been, 10, 11 days already? Oh man, it goes so fast. I've been working on another video, though, editing stuff, but I wanted to get this one out because it's kind of quick. Hey, Kiri, hello. How are you? So Dave, did the heat break for you over there? And I know California's been hot. I know what Washington, Oregon has been. Well, Paul, hello. How are you? It's been a while. Thank you, Patty. Thanks. Yeah, it's taken a lot of watering. Absolutely, at least every day. Because if you could see in the video, there's a lot of grass around there that's just brown. And there's some green off to like underneath the clothesline and a little bit to the left of that, but that's where I've been watering. So anyway, Alicia, hello. How are you? You guys, thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. So your heat broke, then you had wettest. Oh, wow. Cool and gray. It can never make up its mind, can it, Dave? No worries, Alicia. It's only 4 minutes after, so if I was late, you'd be right on time, right? No worries. You guys, whenever you get in here, I really appreciate it. We had a couple really good rains last week. I should say in the last 10, I don't even remember what days they were that were rain. But anyway, in the last week for sure. We had one that was almost 2 inches, another one was about 1.5 inches. And so that has been some really good rain. The grass, the yard and crops and fields and everything are starting to green up again, which is wonderful. So glad. The goat shelter blew off yesterday. Oh no, the roof. It landed on the fence and then oh no. Oh wow. It's always something curious, and sorry, I'm putting the lotion on my hands. Um, yes, thankful for good neighbors and friends. Absolutely. So, Connie, you're in, are you in Oregon or Washington? I can't remember. I think you're Oregon, right? Um, yeah, we've been watering so much too. Luckily, most of our temperatures have broken now. Was it last week it got really hot? Uh, the days have just flown by, so I don't remember. But we had one day that, it must have been last week, our heat index was about 106. So we were hitting 98, 99 for temps, and then it was just super humid. And then it broke with a storm. And so we've been kind of pretty much in the 80s, a couple days even in the 70s for the highs. So, Matt and Sarah, hello. How are you guys doing? Are the boys not playing tonight? Yeah, Kiri, you guys have been getting lots of rain. A lot of rain this year, which is wonderful. That's so great. But yeah, so I would say in the last week and a half to 2 weeks, or about a week and a half, we've probably had close to 4 inches of rain, which is more than what we'd had in the previous 4 months. So it was like amazing. Holy cow, Dave. Wow. Yeah, it was hot. And our air quality, that's kind of the big thing right now. Right, Matt and Sarah? It's, oh, hey, Matt, it's all done. Okay. Yeah, our air quality has been horrible. Matt, I don't know if you're getting it as bad as we are here, but I think the whole state is. Obviously, as you go further north, it's even worse. But we had on Thursday, because we're getting the smoke from the Canadian fires from Northwest Oregon, and then Northwest Ontario. Sorry, sorry, Canadians. Ontario and Eastern Manitoba. Well, kind of almost all over Manitoba, but that area, Ontario, Manitoba area, which is right north of Minnesota. And because we've had a little cooler temperatures and we've had northwest winds, bringing all that smoke on down. So, the temperatures kind of broke, but it didn't help us out really. So, yeah, we've had some really, really bad. Yep, it smells like grass fires. It stinks. It really, really bad. And it's just hazy. We are under red and purple air quality warnings. And it's just so hazy out. So because of that, really can't be outside working much. And Matt, I don't know if you guys have been outside much, but if I go out, it's for 20 minutes, 30 minutes at the most, and then I can tell it affects my breathing already. So, but Thursday was so bad. The air, I mean, visibility here was about a third of a mile, and it smelled like somebody had a huge fire going like a block away. It was terrible. Wow. It is really carrying it then, Dave. Oh my goodness. Okay, so you guys have been getting it too. In the description below, and then I don't know if there's too many characters here. I'll put it in here. There we go. There's a great link that'll show you like where all the fires are and everything. And we actually have a few that are right in our boundary waters. So hoping that doesn't ignite the whole northern part of Minnesota. But when you get small, yeah, yes, Connie, you guys had it really bad last year. Yeah, yep, Patty. Oh, Matt. Oh no. And it was like, how you doing there? Hey, Max. Hello. How are you doing? Thanks for coming in. You try your hand to moderating, right? Oh, but you buffered, Dave? Is anybody else having trouble? We don't have any storms, just haze and smoke out there. So I don't know what's happening, but so Max, we've been talking about the fires and the heat in the north and in Canada and stuff and the smoke air quality. What is it doing down in your section? Do you have any storms heading your way or anything like that? Oh, okay. Okay, you guys, if you have any troubles, just refresh and maybe that'll help you out. Just for a second, it did? Okay. Well, let's hope everything works out fine. Help to refresh. Wonderful. Yes, it has been. I mean, except for the one day that was so hot, it has been been good that the temperature broke a little bit. So that's been really good. So I've only been harvesting beans at this point in time. So my purple beans, my bush beans. Ruth Johnson, hello. Oh, welcome. Welcome from Albuquerque. You moved here from Minnesota 7 months ago. Oh, well, you're supposed to move in the winter, right? But you know what? 85 was cooler than our 100-degree weather that we were having, right? Where did you go from? Where in Minnesota were you living before? You had a couple of floodings here in Holland, a couple of hundreds. Oh, no. I have heard that Europe has been getting a lot of flooding and didn't know which countries it was. They just said Europe. But, Paul, I'm so sorry. There's a lot of rain. Yeah, here we've been in drought. You guys are getting flooding. It's just crazy. Dave, you planted beans a few days ago. They're sprouting. Nice. Oh, good. We talked about that last week. What you could put in. So, oh, that's awesome. Hi, Heather. Hello. Thank you for coming in. Wadena. Okay. That's a nice little town. Kind of susceptible to some bad storms, but very good. Holland, Belgium, and Germany. Okay. Oof. Well, it's a lot of hilly region too, so I'm sure there's a lot of watershed off of the hills and stuff. So I imagine the valleys and towns are probably getting it really bad. If you were here with us, okay, yeah. So, but things are. I've been kind of in that nice, fun stage of the garden where things are all planted. You're just watching them grow. All you have to do is water and pull a few weeds once in a while. Just watch them grow, watch the things doing. And now it's starting to get to the point where it's like, oh, I better start watching it for harvest. So it's like the work part is starting to come in again. So, yeah, I've got watermelons that are like this big. So I don't know how big they're supposed to get. They're not like the gigantic ones, but like sugar babies and cantaloupe. I mean, those things are going crazy. I have a lot of bees in them, a lot of blossoms, so a lot of potential for a lot of fruit. My cucumbers and zucchini I've got like, I don't know. And those are in like the boxes that are right to the side of the arbor, when the little ones. So I'm thinking those are probably not the greatest for trying to grow some really prolific vegetables. They didn't do well last year with the Kajari melons, and I don't know. So maybe you guys have some better ideas. I could try pole beans next year because those root systems don't need a whole lot. Or I could just do some flowers going up there, but I don't know, maybe the boxes are too small. Maybe I just have to kind of give up on it. I could just stick some silk flower bouquets in there and just call it good, right? Oh, oh, Grammy Karen, that's totally fine. Thank you, Heather. Thank you. Um, yeah, I haven't watched any videos yet of the floodings in Europe, so I'll have to go and check that out. You're under flash flood watch? Oh, Kiri, wow. There you go, Patty. I like that. The honeymoon season of the garden. Yep. You're getting red tomatoes. Nice. I have lots of peppers, but I'm going to try to hold out for them to turn. Some of them, I think, Matt, the King of the Norths, those are supposed to turn red, right? And then the lunchbox ones are a variety of colors, if not, I'm not mistaken. Um, but I do have some cherry tomatoes out there. They're not ripe yet, but they're growing. I've got some green peppers, but I know some of the plants were supposed to be green, but those aren't the ones that I had in the video. So you ate your first watermelon yesterday? Hey, Carol. Hi, how are you doing? You're getting red tomatoes. Oh, I already read that. Sorry. Yeah, that's what I was wondering, Patty, because I have the fencing going up and over, so they could easily just go all over the place. And I actually do have some pole bean seeds, so I might try that next year. um, You're 7 meters, 21 feet above one of Holland's biggest rivers, but this river almost flooded the city center. Oh my goodness. Wow. Yep, flowers, Dave. There you go. Something I don't have to really worry about too much. Okay. Well, thanks, Matt. I just have to remember my questions. No, it's the King of the North turns red, and the lunchbox peppers are multicolored. So, okay. Got it. I have to really be careful about giving you guys thumbs ups. And maybe, just doing the gesture, because I was reading through some stuff today and it was like faux pas that people do in different countries. And I don't remember what country it was in. I think it was a Mideastern country. Either that or South Asian. I can't remember. But you give a thumbs up and it's like the worst gesture that you could ever give somebody. So I'm like, maybe I shouldn't do it on the video so that in case somebody's watching, I don't want to offend anybody there. So you love pole beans or Ellery Garden. Yeah, I did pole beans one year and they just took so long and they're kind of indeterminate. So they keep coming and coming and coming. And I was kind of like, just give me all the beans at one time and let me process them and then move on to something else. I'm kind of that kind of person. It's like, if they're just trickling in a little bit here and there, I don't have a big enough family to be like harvesting them frequently and then just feeding them. So what I get, I want to can, but I want to like process them all together. So it's just kind of my thing. So Ruth, your growing season is later. Your daughter has peppers, green beans, onions, tomatoes growing in your backyard. Candy meat, good for her. Good for her. 7 quarts of tomatoes today. Wow. Wow. So Ruth, where are you then if your growing season is later than mine? Or do you mean you plant later in the spring or it goes later in the fall? Connie, you don't like canned beans. Okay. See, I prefer them to frozen. Frozen, for me, they get like rubbery and a weird taste and different things. I don't know. I've had my own canned beans for so many years that if I have any that are like from the grocery store in a can, because somebody else's house, they don't taste it. So, but what I do with my own, I mean, they just taste like they've just been, melting in butter, and they're just so tender and good. So, I don't know. I enjoy them there. So you enjoy the handful of beans fresh for dinner, so you really like the pole beans. Okay. Oh, that's a good idea, Patty. So if I had just 2 or 3 plants going up the side there, and just have a few fresh like that, that would be good. Rattlesnake pole beans, those things are huge. Oh my goodness, when we were talking about beans last week, those things are so long. But I think I do have, let me see. Did I put them back? I think I was showing you the seeds I had, unless I was just showing you what I was growing. But I thought I had, maybe I don't. I was going to get some of the scarlet runner beans. Oh yeah, I have these masculine pole beans here from Baker Creek. A nice big pack of those. Oh yeah, that's it. And then the others are bush beans. Yeah, scarlet runners, those would be good. That would actually be really pretty on the side of the arbor, wouldn't it? I'll have to remember that one. You're next to the Sandia Mountains, so you're nearly at 6,000 feet. Wow, Ruth, that's amazing. So ponds of rattlesnakes, they were very prolific. Nice. Hey, Glenn. Hello, how are you? And so do your hummingbirds. Now, see, that is what's so fun about growing some things that are edible, that are good for your garden, good for your soil, and it brings in the wildlife, whether it's hummingbirds or butterflies or bees. Oh, that's just like the best, right? You grew them on the fence. The Violetto di Toscano beans you grew last year were wonderful. Nice big beans and a beautiful purple. Ooh, pretty easy to see on the arbor. Plants around to 12 feet or more. Okay, I have to probably keep it to about 8. I don't have any more room other than that, unless I had to grow up and over and then back down, but I don't know that I would even do that. I have really liked having the purple beans. I've grown purple beans before, but I've done mostly the green ones, but the purple ones are just, they're so much easier to see when you're picking them. They kind of stand out. So, you have so many kinds of bees this year. Nice. Oh, that's so good. Yes, someday maybe I will be set up where I can try the scarlet runners. I could always just keep them trimmed at the top too, Patty, and just not let them go 12 feet. Just when they hit the top and over, it's just like, okay, trim them off. Pink bean that is pretty. I don't remember the name of it. It's full bean. Okay. Yep. So, all right. So anyway, yeah, I gave that link for the fire thingy below, so you can kind of keep track, at least in your area, see if there's anything going on there. So, all right, I have a number of different have you evers, but since I was kind of speaking about faux pas here, I am going to throw out the first one. Have you ever swallowed bubblegum? I actually don't know a child who hasn't. And were you told that it will? So in other words, don't chew gum and don't swallow it. Oh goodness! But a little trivia here: that in Singapore, you cannot bring bubble gum into the country. You cannot chew it. So it said that bubble gum caused such a problem in terms of vandalism in Singapore that the country decided to ban it altogether. Even having it on you is a strict no-no that can land you in jail for up to 2 years. 2 years for having bubble gum in your pocket. So no blowing bubbles in Singapore. So if you guys ever travel to Singapore, know that, especially if you've had gum for flying and, to chew it to help to equalize the air pressure in your ear or something like that, just be careful. I know, it's like probably sticking it under the benches in the subway or something, putting it all over everywhere. It's like, they didn't like all of that. So, Alicia, yes, at school you would not get caught chewing it. You put it on your desk. See, that's what they would consider vandalism. So, yeah, I've done that too, Dave, but it's been probably a few decades since I've done that. But yes, I would say it's more of a young person's type of thing. Now I just find like piece of paper or a Kleenex, and try to put in there and stick it in my purse or a pocket or something. I know, it's crazy. A funny parody video. That's true. That would be. Eat my Bubblegum 2 times. Oh, I know. So anyway, I just thought that was a really good one that you guys should know about if you ever travel. So, have you ever built an igloo or a snow fort? One or the other or both. Now, I know Max, you probably wouldn't have done that if you're still here. I don't know. As kids, we did snow forts all the time. I think one time we were trying an igloo, but we either ran out of snow or ran out of time. I don't know, but we only had ice cream buckets. We didn't have like the square or rectangular blocks that you needed. You did both, Patty? Awesome. Oh, that's so cool. Well, Kiri, then you were you're safe to go to Singapore then. Dave, you said yes. Matt, yes. Awesome. It's like, especially like what little kids just like in the north, you got to build snow forts, right? And but I just think igloos are so cool. So your nephews and kids did with your parents one year? Julie, not even in when you lived in the Midwest, huh? Okay. David did a snow fort and a Quincy hut. Oh, for Boy Scouts. You attempted to igloo, did not work. A snow fort, yes. I know an igloo. It's because it's a dome thing. We should take lessons from the Green Dream Project. It's like how to build I don't know. That'd be kind of a great thing. If I have a really heavy snow year, maybe that's a project I'll have to do this year. If I don't have anything else to do, Oh, Glenn, you've never seen snow. Oh, you poor deprived man. I'm so sorry. Yeah, Carol, I hear you. Southern Illinois, it'll snow and then melt pretty quickly. So, Ruth. Sure, yeah, you betcha. Both with your brothers. Absolutely. You still do every year? That's so great. Well, you've got all those little boys now, so they want to know how to do that. So why not have Dad step in and help them? That's true. Well, Dave, that could actually be a deprivation of a good work ethic, right? I'm sorry, Glenn. I didn't mean to make fun. It was we have a different when we have to deal with all this snow. It's just a little bit of a different sense of humor, I think. You helped your brother make an 8-foot tall snowman too. Cool. Connie's in Florida, so that Connie takes care of that one. All right. Have you ever walked out of a public restroom with toilet paper stuck to your shoe or caught in your pants? I've had it stuck to the bottom of my shoes. I don't think I ever had the other part. Where's Sean when we need him? He's like goes through all of this stuff. Connie, yes. Stuck to your shoe, yes. Matt, really? Oh, well, you're very careful then. You should ask Sarah. Hey, Sarah, has that ever happened to you? Oh, goodness sakes. Nobody else is admitting anything. Carol, I hear you. It's like you don't know if you really did or not, right? It's like, unfortunately, that's something that not a lot of people would come and say anything to you about, right? They're just like, oh. And they wouldn't walk up to you and say, hey, you've got a string of toilet paper hanging out of the back of your shirt or something. Oh, there you go, Matt. Yep. Oh. Did you go and say anything to them, or did you just like, oops? Your sister made sure everyone knew. Oh, Connie. Yep. Yep, Sarah, see that happens. You caught a broker in your office with it on his shoe, though. It was hilarious. He was the most... Oh, I'm sorry, Patty, with that. Yeah. The Lord has a way of humbling all of us, doesn't he? Even using sense of humor. You once walked around with your skirt stuck to your pantyhose. Heather, thank you for sharing that. Oh my goodness. Yes. Especially if you're in a hurry and you've got all of these layers and, skirts and slips and everything else. It's like, yep. You have to tell me later. Oh, you did that too. You wanted to die. Oh, Patty in high school. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, goodness sakes. You guys, I love it when you share things. Oh, my goodness. Oh, hey, Mac. How are you doing? You just missed the best question. I got to ask you this because we had some good answers. Mac, have you ever walked out of a public restroom with toilet paper stuck to your shoe or caught in your pants? I can see you doing something like that, actually. Even in your dress blues. Yep, Julie, I bet Mac has. Oh. Oh, you guys. I really am grateful that you share. I really am. Oh, it's so good. That's really good. Okay, Mac, fess up. Oh, you're just saying hello. Mac might plant it there just for the attention. That's true, Patty. Oh, just wait till there's his live tomorrow night. He might just be walking around with toilet paper hanging out under his shirt. He put the whole roll in his pocket or something. Mac, probably blame it on Flash. Oh, goodness sakes. Okay. While Mac is typing it out and getting his answer together, he just laughed. Oh, that's true, Patty. That's true. You do not. Okay. We'll see. We'll have to. Is this like a cliffhanger for us to make sure that we sign on tomorrow night or something? So you're gonna give us all the scoop, tell us the whole story. Probably a lot more to it than what you can type out, right? Okay. There you go. All right. Have you ever eaten sushi? I have not. I don't have any desire to, just because I know how many parasites are in raw fish. So I am not one to, I don't even like my hamburgers anything but well done. So I'm just kind of like that. I just need my meat cooked. So that's true, Patty. Yeah, absolutely true. So Ruth, you said your daughter has dinner ready. Oh, thank you so much, Ruth, for coming in. Appreciate it. Vegan sushi. Okay. Hey, Drops, how are you? Dave, you had sushi last week. See, I figured that you would probably be one that would eat sushi. So I am not surprised. Matt says no. Well, sashimi, fish only, no rice. Okay. Actually, you didn't hear what you said. Your mom came in from So Mac was giving us all these these laughing emojis, and he didn't even know what he was laughing about. Okay, hold on, Mac. I'll just give it to you in just a little bit. Julie said yes, or you do not like flying fish eggs. Okay, that's what the pickled ginger is for. Your first cousin loves sushi. I'll never try it. Sushi is so good, but I live along the coast, so it's always fresh. That probably makes a difference too. I'm not sure, Heather. That's good. You only like flying fish roe. See, Julie doesn't like it. You do like it, Patty. But oyster shooters, octopus, squid roe. Oh, just even reading that, I'm just like, oh no, I can't do it. Mac, you like sushi? Now you surprised me with that. Yep, Dave, you live on the coast. Pickled ginger is eaten to get rid of. Oh, okay. Okay, well, that's good to know. That's why you eat it with the sushi. Okay. Well, I have to think about that one then. I'm not sure. So, Mac, the question of the night was for you. Have you ever walked out? Are you listening now? I want to say this one again. Okay. Mac, have you ever walked out of a public restroom with toilet paper stuck to your shoe or caught in your pants? So, Dave, fish parasites cannot infect mammals. We are too different. Really? Okay. That's interesting. Oh, I forgot that you were in Korea. Mac, that's true. That's true. See, I'm sure you tried a lot of things. Oh, we just get a yes from you and that's it. We need the story, Mac. We need the story. Other people fessed up, said what happened, so we need the story here. Okay. Mac knows fine cuisine when he's in the... Yeah, that's true. Caitlin says she had some stuck to her shoe coming out of a McDonald's. Oh, I know. And that's the thing when you've got a restroom when there's a lot on the floor. It's like it's hard to avoid it, but you sure as heck don't want to be picking it off with your hands. I mean, it's like, ew. You did hang it out of your pants, but you did it on purpose, and it was hilarious. So yeah, I figured you'd do something like that. Absolutely. That's true, Matt. Julie, are you going to share a story with us or not? You have to admit the Air Force has the best food of all the armed forces. Ah, okay. All right. So, have you ever assembled something that you had absolutely no clue to what you were doing? Put something together. Now, it could have been that you took it apart and didn't know how to put it back together, or you got something brand new that you couldn't figure out the instructions, you couldn't figure out what it was or anything like that. I've had some of those things. Usually I'm pretty good at assembling things, but on occasion there's been a little bit where it's like, I have no idea what I'm putting together. Do you eat squirmy live ones? Nobody do eat squirmy. Oh, Mac! Oh my gosh! See, you're the troublemaker there. Yep. Dang it. That's true, Heather. That's true. I'm mad all the time. Oh. All right, we'll let you off the hook, Julie. Yep, you always put things together. You always read the instructions after you assemble something. Every week. You have no clue what you're doing every week then. Oh, that's funny. 2 shelves recently, but you got them together using directions. You know, some of them, the directions are just so bad. They really are. And it's like, you know, the pictures and they're trying to tell you to do this and that. And you're looking at the thing, you've got it in your hands, and you're like, this does not work. I don't know what they're talking about, you know, or they're using terms that are just ridiculous. Oh, I don't know. The Air Force has some awesome food, but you've been to a lot of places around the world, tried some crazy stuff. I'm sure you probably have. You put half a barbecue together and got some. Oh, Heather, that was good. Oh. Says when she started doing diamond paintings, now she's a pro. Yep. Hi, Caitlin. You hate reading directions, you only read them if it all goes. What is it about us that we think we can look at something and think, oh, I can do this. I can put it together. I don't need directions. And I was like, you know, I think probably sometimes I do that, but other times I'll kind of flip through it and look through it and going, okay, I got it. And then, but Carol, right? Oh my goodness. Connie, really? They only gave you just pictures? Oh my goodness sakes. That doesn't help. The directions are so bad. I know. Oh, so true, Patty. Absolutely. So I want to figure out where the spare part goes. I'm not. I don't. Have I had anything from IKEA? If I did, it was long time ago, and it was for somebody else, but I don't remember. You helped your friend put a little cement mixer together. Ooh, cool. Did any manufacture? Oh my goodness! Wow. Mac, of course you're awesome like that, right? That's true, Matt. It's like, okay, we've got 30 minutes. This should be enough to put this all together, and then we got to move on to something else, right? You know, I have to get back to work, or I have to, you know, run somewhere. So we'll quick put this together, and then it ends up taking 3 or 4 hours, right? Our innate human side, we think we don't need directions. Yeah. You only read pictures. Oh, you guys are great. I love it. You can always put things together right with enough duct tape. Absolutely. You're right. So, prep tip of the evening, always have enough duct tape in multiple colors. Get silver and black and white, and then whatever else you want. So, good prep tip. I know, Mac. I know, absolutely. So, all right. I'll come back to a story, but I want to go through my garden tip. and a prep tip. So Nashua 357 is the best. Oh, I don't know if I've seen that. Gorilla tape is better. Have you ever been successful putting together IKEA furniture? That is a good one, Patty. Well, Mac, not all of us have to put our hair pieces in. So, I'm not worried about some Gorilla Glue there. But Nashua 357, can you just get that at regular stores, regular hardware or Walmarts or something? But Julie, he needs it so the wind doesn't take it. Oh, Mac, you keep opening yourself up for all of this. You know it. I think you love it. It's like you set yourself up for us to come back at you. Oh, goodness sakes. Oh my goodness. So, okay, my garden tip. Don't forget to fertilize for the growth of all the fruit in your garden and for any blossom end rot that might happen, especially with your your tomatoes and peppers. Even some melons and stuff can end up getting that too. But fertilize for that in the middle of the summer because we've been watering or getting a lot of rain or something, and that's actually depleting the soil's nutrients. So midsummer, make sure you give your garden a really good boost of some fertilization. Now, you don't want to necessarily do high in nitrogen because what that will end up doing is growing all of the greens, the leaves and everything. And like your carrots, it'll grow the tops, but not really grow the root of the carrot so much. So you want to make sure you're putting the right thing in there and be giving more potassium and nitrogen, potassium, phosphorus. There we go. Some more phosphorus and potassium for all of that. So wait, please do film it, please. Oh, you guys are funny. Oh, thanks, Patty. Nashua 357 tape. There you go. Depot, Lowe's sometimes at 350. It's more sold at plumbing houses, HVAC place. Okay. I'm just wondering, maybe Ace Hardware. I don't know. Oh, Mac. Oh, what have you been doing then if you haven't been helping her out with that? So, potting soil is more depleted of fertilizer than regular soil will. Potassium is more difficult to rinse out of the soil than other macronutrients. Okay. So, making sure like blossom end rot, you need calcium in there for that. So, just figure out what is happening with your plants if they're not growing and the fruits aren't growing very fast or growing healthy enough or big enough. If you have lots of green foliage but nothing that's going on, if you're getting blossom end rot, if you're just the different things like that. So try to figure that out, and then you can always go online and like, okay, my plant is doing this, it's like, what do I need? So usually you can find that. So okay. Well, thanks, Patty. And then my prep tip for tonight is before, we're starting to get into canning season, but make sure that you check all of your canning jars for any cracks, any chips on the rims at all, just because those can blow, those can crack in your especially in your pressure canner, but they can also crack in the water bath canner. So you just want to not lose all the food that you're working so hard to put up. And so just check your canning jars before you get in there. If you have, if you want to do it as you're pulling them out there to use it for that time and that works best for you, fine. Otherwise, go through your whole supply, just check them all, and then make sure you sanitize them well. And do this before canning, whether it's running them all through the dishwasher or putting them in your water bath canner while the water's heating up, and then pull the jars out, or whatever. But just make sure you sanitize them well. Yes, the hour has gone fast. Absolutely. Okay, thanks, Dave. Let's do another hour. Well, I'm not quite done yet. Yeah, it's just 10:02. I have a few things left here. Okay, I will do one that will precipitate a story from me, if you guys want that. So check the rings, make sure they aren't rusty. Good tip drops. Thank you. Yes. Don't use rusty rings. Really, we can find rings more easily than we can find lids right now. So, you should be able to use a ring, multiple times, 5-10 times or something before they start doing it. It depends on the food that you're canning. Now, any tomato product will cause it to rust a lot faster. I find too when I'm doing meat, because it has to go for 75 to 90 minutes in there, that will deteriorate the rings too. But if you're doing jellies and fruits and different things like that that don't take much time in there, you can get lots of uses out of your rings. Clean them well. Clean them really, really well. And if they're bent, you don't want bent rings, because then you're not going to get an even seal for your, the pressure on it and everything. So make sure that they're not in an oval shape or something like that. They're good and round. Have you ever done diamond painting through the years or pandemic? Caitlin, I have not heard of diamond painting, so I'm not familiar with that. I don't know if anybody else is. Use rusty rings to make crafts, not for canning. There you go. Taking off the rings and lids, yes. Do not store your jars, your empty jars, with the rings on, and don't store your full jars, your canned jars, with the rings on. Just keep them off completely. That will also help them last longer too. And there's other reasons too. Your hard water makes them rust faster too. Yes, that is true, Dave. Absolutely. Absolutely. Never done it here. Oh, Patty, you know what it is. Okay. Thank you. Diamond painting. Are you talking about just painting in the shape of diamonds and then making whole pictures of just the diamond shapes? Is that what you're talking about, Caitlin? That would be kind of interesting. Okay. Have you ever been bitten by a snake? Why am I ending this on a snake thing? I shouldn't be ending this tonight. I'll do one more after all this. I have not been bitten by a snake. It's a picture made from small beads. Oh, okay. Okay, well, that sounds really good. Matt, you were? Oh, no. The glitter you put on a pattern. Okay. Whew. Matt, where were you when that happened? And was it a poisonous snake? This is the next question. Oh. Heather. Okay. We'll bring that one up here. I'll do that one next. My snake story, and one of the reasons I think that it was a bow snake. Okay. Whew. That's scary, I bet. I think one of the reasons I have such an intense, immediate, visceral reaction to snakes is something that defined poisonous. Okay, you guys are going with this at the same time. All right. Um, because it's like, even if I see something moving like a snake, it's just like immediately I have that flight response, that adrenaline that goes from 0 to 500 immediately. I mean, it's just like, I can't control it. It's just there. But I think some of it comes from, I was talking to my sister about this a few weeks ago, and what happened when I was around like 13 or 14 years old or something, and I'm the oldest daughter in my family, and so my mom relied on me on a lot of things to help her out. Be like, Kathy, come on, I need you to do this. Kathy here, Kathy this, Kathy. And at that age, it's like you're starting to try to figure out life a little bit, at least for girls. And it's like you need a certain amount of time just to have some time to yourself, and just kind of just think, reflect, just be, and without a lot of input, and a lot of stuff going on. And so, but in a family of 6 kids and how she depended on me and all this kind of stuff, I never would get that time. I would have to try to make it, but I'd be like in my room for like 10 minutes, and it's just like, just starting to kind of get in the zone. And then it'd be like, Kathy, da, 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 da. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Oh, Mac, bye. Sorry. See you later, Mac. So anyway, there was one night, it was just like, I couldn't take it anymore. We lived out in the country, and it was just like, it was like right after dinner, I think, or something. Anyway, it was dusk, and it was starting to get dark. And so I just got out of the house. It was in the summer, and we had just had one of our fields on our property was an alfalfa field. And so the deal was that we had a neighboring farmer harvest it all and bale it and everything. And then we'd keep half, he'd keep half, that type of thing. And so anyway, so we had just gotten a whole big stack of hay, had a huge tarp over it, that type of thing. And they were the square bales or rectangular bales. Well, this one evening, I was just like, I needed to escape. I was trying to find a place I could hide where nobody would find me. And so I thought, I'll just go hide in the hay bales. And I was like, oh, okay. So I went and I crawled up into kind of a space, and it was like under the tarp, and I just stayed there. And it was about 30 minutes later, I started hearing, Kathy, my mom was running all over the property. She's starting to call me. It's like getting worried, because we have a lake too. And it's like, where are you? And it's like, oh, and I'm just thinking, just please leave me alone. Just leave me alone. I just want some time to myself. And so the one after like 15 minutes, then I started feeling guilty. So it was like 45 minutes total. And finally I crawled out of there and went back in the house. And of course she was really relieved. And I was just like, oh, it's a teenager, that kind of thing. So, hey, Deb, how are you doing? Well, I went back out there the next day during the daylight, and I was just like, I wanted to kind of see where it was that I was hiding and everything. And I lifted up the tarp, and not but like 6 or 8 inches from where I was sitting, there was a whole nest of garter snakes, a nest of them, not even just one or two, a nest of snakes. And I was just like, petrified. I was just like, no, I was there for 45 minutes right next to all this. And I was just like, oh, I know my guardian angel was taking care of me at that point in time. I know it. So it was like, whew. So yeah, that was, here it's almost 50 years later, and I'm just like, I still remember every detail of it. So so I need to catch up on this. So is a rooster counted as a snake? Oh. You play with boas, Connie? Oh my gosh. Wow. Boys don't think they just grab a stick and beat. You cut a garter snake and was wanting to get back at your boyfriend at the time, so dangle the booze. Oh, Patty! Oh my gosh. Scream like a girl. Well, I think you did get back at him. Oh my goodness. Farless. Okay, Dave. You were the middle child. Yeah, Farless hectic, absolutely. Oh, good, Deb. I'm so glad. That's so great. I'm sorry, I'm just catching up on all of these. So, you guys, you're number 3 of 8. Yeah, Heather, I hear you. Oh yeah, Patty, absolutely. I know they cared about me and everything, but sometimes it's just like, it's just that age where, you're trying to figure out a lot of things. You need some quiet time. You just need a little quiet time. At least I did. So, yeah. Thanks. Have you ever been trapped in an elevator? That's a good one, Alicia. You know what? I'll add that to my list for next time, and we'll and trapped in an elevator, because I like to have time for discussion and try to get people in there. So you're only the first of 2. So you guys, thank you so much for sharing your evening with me. I really appreciate it. It has been fun. Oh, you guys, I think the best one was the toilet paper. And thank you for contributing different ideas. That I appreciate. So anyway, you guys have a great week. Try to stay cool. Oh, thanks, you guys. Try to stay cool. Try to hopefully by Wednesday our air quality will be better. Our temperatures will be going up a little bit, but hopefully we'll be able to get back out and breathe well. And thanks, Matt, for being here. Appreciate it. Thank you, Deb. Thank you. Yeah, if you guys haven't seen my new garden video, I just put up this afternoon. Go check it out. So, all right, you guys, take care. God bless. Always have hope. And thank you again for being here. Bye-bye.